The community has gathered here today on Welland Canal's Parkway for the Top Hat ceremony, celebrating the opening of the 190th shipping season. Now, in the details of today's ceremony, who's going to be speaking? What will the ceremony look like?
Well, we've got the regional chair has joined us today, the mayor of St. Catharines, and then we also have Greg Rule from Algoma, who will be speaking on behalf of Algoma, and then we'll have one of our key shippers, G3, who's a large grain shipper, who will be commenting as well. We see the future for the Seaway as very promising. Our forecasts are that cargo volumes will continue to grow, so we think that the future looks very, very promising.
It was fitting for an Algoma ship to be the centerpiece of today's ceremony, with the Algoma Corporation being the biggest Welland Canal toll payer.
Well, it means a lot. More than half our capital is employed right here on assets trading in the St. Lawrence Seaway. More than half of our revenue comes from this region. So for us, it's a huge part of our business, and we've spent the winter getting ready, spending over $30 million on maintenance and equipment for our ships and dry docking our vessels and preparing them for the next 5 or 6 years. And so we're ready. We've been hiring employees. We've been working with our customers on contract renewals. So we're ready for a very busy season.
One of the seemingly more important, significant topics of conversation today was the extension of the shipping season this year. How significant is that to to a company like Algoma?
For us, extending the Welland Canal season, the Welland Canal portion of the Seaway, is very important to us, and frankly important to the industry. There's a lot of iron ore that goes into in Hamilton. There's a lot of economic activity in the GTA, which is on the other side of the Welland Canal. The Sulaks close on the 15th of January and open on the 25th of March. So we want to line up the Welland Canal with that so we can reach a greater population.
Boats sailing through the canal this season will benefit from $34.5 million in infrastructure upgrades implemented this past winter.
We had a couple of major projects. Our valve up in the flight locks this year needed some work done on it, and then we put in new gates up at Lock 8 up in Port Colborne. But the rest of it was spread over a number of other projects.
Captain Peter Schultz was the recipient of today's Top Hat, a tradition dating back to 1947. Now, the next stop for the Equinox, as it's been mentioned, is Thunder Bay. When's the estimated arrival date for the ship?
Well, normally it's about 3 days from here to Thunder Bay. Spring ice conditions make that a bit more uncertain, but it should be about 3 days from when we leave here to Thunder Bay, normally.
And what's the cargo that's being taken to Thunder Bay?
We're in ballast right now, empty of cargo, and we're now ready to load grain. We'll be loading wheat in Thunder Bay, and we'll be taking that to Quebec City. Both the elevator in Thunder Bay is a G3 elevator. The elevator in Quebec City is a G3 elevator. We'll be unloading in Quebec City, and that cargo will be transshipped to a saltwater ship that will take it to North Africa. And it'll be about 30,000 tons is about what we carry.
As the ice clears, Captain Peter Schultz will sail the Algoma Equinox to Thunder Bay, starting off a shipping season that could see up to 42 million tons of cargo travel up and down the Welland Canal. From St. Catharines, reporting for The Source, I'm Mitchell Glass.